Welcome back to Old Charles. The 1998 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, is a common coin that many people have seen and used, but it still has an interesting background and value depending on its condition. This coin is part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series, which began in 1938. It features Thomas Jefferson on the front and his home Monticello on the back. By 1998 this design had been in use for many decades and had become one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. In 1998 the coin was produced at two main mints. The Philadelphia Mint made coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint produced coins with a small D mint mark on the front. Millions of these coins were struck for circulation, so they are very common and easy to find even today. The composition of the 1998 nickel is made from a mixture of copper and nickel. It contains 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a strong and durable structure. This composition has been used for nickels since the end of World War II and remains the same today. When it comes to value, most 1998 nickels in circulated condition are only worth their face value of 5 cents. They were produced in large numbers and are still widely available. However, coins in better condition can be worth more, especially if they have sharp details and original shine. Uncirculated 1998 nickels can sell for a small premium, often ranging from a few cents to a few dollars depending on their quality. Coins that are graded at very high mint state levels can bring higher prices because collectors look for the best examples available. There are also some error coins to watch for. These can include double strikes off center designs or other minting mistakes. While rare, these errors can make a 1998 nickel much more valuable than a regular one. Another factor that collectors look for is the full steps detail on Monticello. If the steps at the base of the building are clearly visible and complete, the coin is considered more desirable. These are known as full steps nickels, and they often sell for higher prices in the collector market. The 1998 5-cent coin may seem ordinary, but it still holds value for collectors who are interested in condition, quality, and rare features. It is a good example of how even modern coins can become collectible when they are well preserved or have unique characteristics. The history of the 1998 United States 5-cent coin is part of the long story of the Jefferson nickel, which began in 1938. This coin was introduced to replace the Buffalo nickel, and it honored Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. His portrait was placed on the front while his famous home Monticello appeared on the back. By the time 1998 arrived, the Jefferson nickel had already been in use for 60 years. It had become one of the most stable and unchanged coins in American currency. While other coins went through design changes, the nickel remained mostly the same, which made it familiar to generations of people. The design used in 1998 was created by Felix Schlag, whose original work won a national competition. Although the design was slightly modified over time, it still kept the basic look of Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the reverse. This consistency made the coin easy to recognize and important in daily transactions. During the late 20th century, the United States Mint focused heavily on producing coins for circulation as the population grew and demand increased. In 1998, millions of nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint to keep up with everyday use. These coins were used in shops, vending machines, and transportation systems across the country. The composition of the nickel also has an important historical background. Since 1946, the coin has been made from a mixture of copper and nickel. This change came after World War II, when silver and other metals were needed for the war effort. By 1998, this composition had proven to be durable and cost-effective, so it continued to be used without change. Another part of the history involves coin collecting. By the 1990s, collecting coins had become a popular hobby again, and many people started saving coins from circulation. Even though the 1998 nickel was common, collectors still searched for high-quality examples, especially those with strong details on Monticello. The late 1990s were also a time just before major changes in United States coin designs. A few years later, the Mint introduced the State Quarter program in 1999, which brought new interest into coin collecting. The 1998 nickel represents the period just before these modern design changes, when traditional coin designs were still dominant. Overall, the 1998 5-cent coin reflects a time of stability in United States currency. It continued a long tradition that started in 1938 and remained mostly unchanged for decades. While it may seem like an ordinary coin, its history connects it to a larger story of American culture, economy, and daily life.